I've had people across all my platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, message me, comment, hey, I need help growing my account. Hey, I need help getting brand deals. How do you do this? How do I do that? All the things. And I was like, why don't I just make a video rapid firing like all of my tips, because I made videos like going really into depth with a couple, but I was like, let's just like list off everything I can think of, everything you should know when you're getting started, or just maybe you've been there doing it for a while and you just need some help. Again, I'm gonna go pretty rapid fire. If you have any specific questions on anything, comment them down below and I will try to answer all your questions. I try to put them kind of in order of like, oh, this is what you need when you're beginning, whatever. I try to like organize it a little bit, but let's go through these 50 things. So first is to create social media accounts or make your current accounts public. Obviously, it's what you need to do to get started. Number two, right away, or if you haven't yet, set your boundaries. Be like, okay, I'm okay posting this, not this, just so you know, like with yourself, like what you are willing to post and what you're willing to share online. So you are just for sure on that. Three, start posting anything and everything. A lot of people will tell you like niche down. Oh, like you can't post this, this, and this. Like you have to niche down. No, like if you want to cook, clean, vlog, talk about cameras, everything, like do it all. Like maybe eventually you'll narrow it down and see what does well, but don't like narrow yourself down. Like create what you want to create. 4, don't stress about what you're posting, the times to post, the days to post. People will be like, oh, you should post Wednesdays at 3 o'clock. No, maybe that works for them. I don't think it matters. I think if your content is good and you keep on trying, it'll work out for you. Don't stress about the times. I feel like that's a waste. 5, create high quality content. Record in front of windows. Record with like a light behind there. There's like clip-on lights for your phone. Try to record with your back of your iPhone if you record with your iPhone. If you want to upgrade to a camera, do that. Get a nice camera. Just try to have good quality content. 6, when editing videos, clip out every second that you're not talking. So like when I'm recording this video, if I'm like stop for a second, I'm like thinking, I'm gonna crop that out. Even if it's literally 1 or 2 seconds. Just because it's like 1 to 2 seconds, someone's just staring at you with nothing and they're like, maybe I don't want to watch this anymore. Like it gives them a second to think about if they want to continue watching the video and you want them to stay. So don't give them that second to think if they want to leave or not. Number 7, make the beginning of your videos so interesting. Like have a great hook, get people intrigued. So for example, if you're recording a TikTok video, say that you're doing a get ready with me and you're gonna talk about why your boyfriend and you broke up. Instead of saying, get ready with me while I talk about why my boyfriend and I broke up. Because people like the first 2 seconds of you saying that, they're like, get ready with me, I don't really care, like I don't watch those. But if they had known you were gonna be talking about this juicy story, they might have stayed. So instead you could be like, you're never gonna believe what my boyfriend did. Get ready with me while I talk about why my boyfriend and I broke up. Like something like super interesting right away. I definitely need to work on that one a lot. Number 8, find a good editing app. You can edit a lot of your content in the Instagram app, in the TikTok app, but I think it's worth finding a good editing app just so you can have the high quality edits, if that makes sense. I use the CapCut app. Number 9, you should also invest in some creator products that can help you create that better content, make things easier for you as well. For example, a tripod, whether the tripod's for your phone or your camera. Like I said, a clip-on light so you can get that good lighting. There's this thing called an Octobuddy. If you haven't heard of it, it sticks to the back of your phone case so you can stick your phone to things like mirrors, windows, and that has been super helpful. I like that. There's this one thing, I forgot what it's called, where it's like a little thing that sticks to the window. That's like a little tray that you can put your phone in. I have one of those. I lost it in our move though, but I really love it, and just try to find ways to make recording content easier for you so you're less stressed about finding places to record. When you're creating content of a product or a brand and it's not a collab, tag the brand. Let them know that you love their products, that you use your products. They might reach out to you just because they saw that video. So say for example, I'm using a beauty brand, like say Beauty by Earth. I'm using their self tanner. Say I don't have a collaboration with them or anything. I'm just like, I love this product. Show me using it. Just tag the brand. Like they might come across it and they'll be like, wow, this is really good. Like she loves their product. She'd be great at creating more content for us. And then they might email you and then you'll get a brand deal that way. So just always tag them in the comments or in the caption, or even send the content to them, like DM them, be like, hey, I just recorded this video for this product of yours and I absolutely love it. Would you be interested in doing a collaboration? Number 11, create a link tree or just have links in your bio. Have it easy for people to get to your other platforms, get to the things you're talking about. For example, I have a lot of different platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I also have an Amazon storefront. Discount codes for brands. Just having those in one spot that's in all of my bios makes it a lot easier for people. And I have looked at my analytics on it and I get tons of clicks on it every day. So it's just super helpful just to have everything in one spot and convenient, because if you're talking about your Amazon storefront in a video, you're like, oh, go buy this product. And maybe they do want to go buy it, but then they go to your page, they don't see a link and they're like, how do I even get to the storefront? Like, they're not going to try for very long. Like, make it easy for them so they don't just like give up right away. Kind of going along with that, number 12, send people to your other platforms. Like, give them a reason to go follow your other platforms. For example, if you're posting the same TikToks on like the same TikTok as your Instagram Reel, as your YouTube Shorts, and they're kind of the same, like, why would they want to follow you on every platform? But like, for example, like if you post a YouTube video, be like, hey, I just posted this really interesting YouTube video, go watch it, like on your story or something on Instagram. Or say you're doing a giveaway on TikTok, tell everyone on your Instagram and on your YouTube, like, hey, go follow me on TikTok, I have a giveaway going on. Like, send them to your other platforms and get them wanting to follow your other platforms as well. Because if they're supporting you on one, it's probably pretty easy to get them to follow the other ones. You just gotta like let them know, like, hey, I post other content on here, go follow me on here. 13, never delete your videos, never delete your photos. Obviously, if you decide you don't like something or copyright reasons, whatever, do that. But if it's just not doing well, don't delete it. Sometimes content will take days, weeks, months to go viral. Like, I've experienced that. Like, I posted something and it wasn't doing very great, and then all of a sudden, like a month later, it skyrocketed. Like, the algorithm for everything is so weird. Like, just leave it. Don't look at the numbers. 14, use trending sounds. You can Google how to find the trending sounds on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. That's a way, like, if a sound is viral, your video is more likely to get pushed out if you're using that sound. So I highly recommend figuring out how to find those sounds and using those whenever you can, just so it can maybe help boost your videos. 15 is to stay on top of trends. You'll notice that a lot of the big creators are doing all the new trends, whether it's a bunch of trends you're seeing on TikTok or whatever it is. Like, they're usually following those trends, and that's probably why they're a big creator. So stay on top of the trends, you know, scroll your For You page once in a while, see what's going on, see what's trending. You can even Google like what's trending on TikTok right now. 16 is to create playlists and series. Viral videos will get you views, but a lot of times they won't get you follows. You want to create series, something that people want to come back for, that they want to follow you so they can stay up to these series and playlists. Make something interesting, like, hey, get healthy with me, get fit. Cooking with me as someone who can't cook, like something super interesting, make them want to follow you. 17, add keywords to your title, caption, whatever it is, whether it's a long form YouTube video, instead of saying car tour, maybe say car tour and then like parentheses 2017 Jeep Compass. That's what I have. Just so if people are wanting to get a Jeep Compass, or they have one, or they specifically just, you're more likely to have your video pop up in search results. For example, I recorded a video talking about my new camera. I could have said new camera, and then that's gonna get some views probably. But if I say Sony ZV-E10 or Canon EOS M200, people are gonna be Googling the specific cameras to find information about it. If they Google Canon EOS M200, they're not gonna find my video. Like, my video only says like new camera, you know what I mean? So be specific and put keywords in your caption, titles. 18, be different and controversial. Don't be copying everyone. Don't be the same as everyone. Like, share your opinions. Share these new ideas on TikTok that you've never seen before, just because it's different. Don't be like scared. Like, different is good. Different is what's gonna get people interested. Kind of going along with that, number 19, be real, be raw. Like, if your house is a mess, don't feel the need to like make it spotless. Like, people are more likely to be interested and be like, because like these big creators who have these people who clean their house, like their house is always spotless, and you're like, I can't even relate to this. Like, they're living such a different lifestyle. Like, yeah, it can be interesting to watch, but it's also interesting to watch people who are like, you can relate to, like, oh, their house is messy, they mess up what they're saying, whatever. Like, I relate more to them. 20, I also really need to work on this. Stop checking your accounts. Post your content for the day, do a little bit of whatever, engage with other creators, and get off the app. It's either gonna go viral or not. You checking it's not gonna help. Focus on other stuff in your day. Don't make content creation take up your whole life. Post the content, take a break from checking, and just stay off for a little bit. Let it do its thing. There's also like a rumor that, I don't even know, a theory that if you post on TikTok and then get off the app for an hour or a certain amount of time, it'll be more likely to go viral. I don't even know if that's true, but just try to stay off it and away from looking at it. 21, like I just said, don't look at the numbers. The numbers don't matter. It might grow, it might not. As long as you're seeing growth over the time, whether it takes you a year or two to grow, whatever. Like, don't look at the numbers. It doesn't matter. It's all good. We're all at our own spots. Don't compare yourself. 22, watch other creators. Get some inspiration. Look at your For You page. Obviously, don't copy it unless you're going to give them credit, but like, get inspiration. See what's doing well. See what kinds of things are getting views. Number 23, go live. That's just another way to connect with your audience, get maybe some new viewers, and connect with people. Have these like in real-time conversations with your followers. A lot of times people want to follow people they feel like they're friends with. So if you act like you're friends and like, don't fake it, but like, you know, like you're talking more to them in like real time or whatever, having these like conversations, they'll feel more like your friend and be more likely to follow you. Number 24, don't overthink what you're gonna post. You don't have to be like, oh, I can't think of content ideas. There are so many things you're doing throughout your like daily routine. Just record it. Record you getting ready and put a motivational audio over it, or do a get ready with me ASMR where you just have like the satisfying sounds, or get ready with me while I talk about this. So many things you can talk about, literally past story times, just whatever's on your mind. Or say you're going grocery shopping vlog. Here's what I got at the grocery store. Or clean my house with me, like as you're doing your daily routine, like just, or if you're going on a walk, record your walk and do like a walking chat with me video, like throughout your day, like so many things. Like you don't have to like overthink it and be like, oh, what can I record today? Just whatever you're already doing, just record it, talk to the camera. Okay, number 25 might be a hot take. A lot of people when they first start, they're like, I'm not telling anyone about this, I'm creating new platforms and no one's gonna know about this. But I feel like if you tell your family and friends, at least people you're close with and that you're comfortable with telling, they will probably support your account. They're going to be people who are going to watch your video all the way through because they're going to be interested. I feel like people who know you are more interested and want to like watch like, oh, what is this video about? And they're more likely to like your stuff and share your stuff. So I feel like getting that little bit of extra support can help you. Number 26, respond to comments whenever you can. I know it can be very difficult to like keep up with that. And also sometimes if the comments are being a little harsh or rude, it like can hurt to look at those. So try to, if that does happen, feel free to like not respond to comments at least for a while. But if you're able to respond to comments, I feel like that's a great way to, again, make your followers feel like you're actually friends and just to connect with your audience. And also like these people are supporting you. They are like, they might already be following you. Like you want to show them that you actually care, like, hey, like thanks for supporting me and like commenting on my stuff. And a good way to also get more engagement is to like ask them a question. So say they comment like, hey, I love this sweater you're wearing. And you could comment back like, oh, thank you so much. It's from this place. Don't gatekeep, guys. People do not like gatekeepers also. So be like, hey, it's from American Eagle, whatever it is. And then you could add to that, be like, oh my gosh, like fall's my favorite season. I love wearing sweaters. Like, what's your favorite season? Like just try to somehow ask them a question so then they comment more and then you're getting more comments on your post, more engagement equals your video will get boosted more. 27 is to recreate and or repost videos that you've made that did well. Say you posted this TikTok a year ago, it did super well, it got 1 million views. Feel free to like recreate the exact same thing, or a year later repost it and be like, oh, 1 year ago today this video went viral, because it might go viral again, or you could recreate it again, go viral, and more viral videos probably equals more people following you. Batch record. I feel like a lot of people feel like they need to record content every single day, which you do not need to do. One day that you have off, maybe spend a couple hours. You can even like switch your outfit so it looks like it's a different day and just batch record. You can do little clips of stuff that you're just gonna like make into a different type of video, like whatever. Batch record a bunch at once so you don't feel like you have to do content all week long. 29 is to engage with other creators. I found this was one of the like top ways that I grew at the beginning, because like connecting with another small creator is like you become friends, you support each other. It's also just like motivating and like makes you feel good because it's like, oh, like they're supporting me, I'm supporting them. And I think it's just a nice way to make friends and to grow together. And maybe you can even help each other out with like asking each other questions on what each other has learned. And again, if you're engaging with their content, they're probably gonna come engage with your content, which means your video is gonna get more engagement, which means your video is probably gonna get boosted more, which means more people are gonna see it, which means more people probably follow you. So it helps you in the long run, but you're also helping other people. I need to go get a drink of water. I'm getting thirsty from talking so much. Repurpose your content. If you're posting a TikTok video, you might as well post it on Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. I feel like at the beginning I was like, oh, I don't want to annoy people and post it everywhere. But sometimes I post a TikTok, it gets like 200 views, and I post it onto YouTube Shorts and it gets 200,000 views. You know, it can do so much better on different platforms. Like you might as well try. And then again, that's just helping you get more followers on other platforms. What you want is to build trust with your audience. If you are constantly getting these brand deals of products you don't even like, and then you're promoting these products and your viewers, like at first they trust you and they're like, sorry. And they're like, oh my gosh, like Julie liked this product, like I need to go buy it now, like this seems super cool. And then they go and buy it and they're like, this product kind of is not good at all. They're not gonna trust you anymore. They're not gonna wanna follow you. They're not gonna believe anything you say. So first of all, don't do collabs with brands you don't even like. But also if you do happen to like have a brand deal and you end up not liking the product, if you can try to get out of it some way or like do something else with the brand instead. Try to keep that trust with your audience and do not lie about anything. 32 is to utilize all the features that platforms have. For example, Instagram. Don't just post photos, post reels, post Instagram stories. TikTok, post the stories on there too. For YouTube, try to post the long form content and the YouTube shorts, and post on like the community page. 33 is you should definitely have a media kit even from the beginning. Just put together some samples of content you have, your analytics, like how many males versus females see your content, the average views you get, where the viewers that are watching your content are from. A lot of times when brands are interested in a brand deal, they're gonna ask you like, hey, can I have this information? And it's just easier if you already have the information in one spot, and you can just easily be like, hey, here's my media kit, instead of having to like frantically go through everything and be like, oh, what's analytics on each site, you know? 34, reach out to brands. I feel like at the beginning I was waiting for everyone to come reach out to me. That's just not super likely to happen, especially right away. Reach out to brands. I made a brand email list. I have it on my Etsy. I actually have 2. I just posted an updated one. If you add both to your cart, you can get them for $20 like total, and it has like 600 brand emails, video ideas, content creator tips, so much more, like just so many things to help you guys out. And I put in so much effort into it, and I try to price it pretty low because I know I wouldn't want to pay a ton for something like that. So it really helped me out too if you guys were interested in checking that out. I will have that linked below. 35, when discussing brand deals with a brand, always ask for more money than you think they're willing to give. For example, say I'm a pretty small creator and a brand is asking for a brand deal. I'm like, I think they'd probably be willing to pay me $100, but you're not like for sure. Offer 150, because a lot of times they do counter anyway. So if you offer 100, they might say 75 and you're like, okay. But if you offer 150, they might be like, well, we can do 100. So then it's just a little more money that you might not have gotten, if that makes sense. But also don't go crazy and be like, oh, $1,000 please. Like then they might not even respond to your email. But always try to offer or like ask for a little bit more. And then, so if they counter, it's still a decent amount. 36, have your email in your bio for the brands. Make it easy for them to contact you. If a brand comes across your page and they're like, oh, she's really good at this, I want to like work with her, I want to have a brand deal, and they can't find your email, they're not going to try for super long. They might DM you and message you, which also could get lost in your messages. You want to have it somewhere where a brand's like, oh, I want to message her, they can easily find the email. I have mine in my link tree. You can have it like written out in your bio, whatever you prefer, but definitely have it somewhere so brands can find it. And going along with that, you should definitely have an email that's separate from your email from like your daily personal life. So make one specifically for your content, so then you can have all those emails in one spot and it seems more professional. 37 is only accept gifted collabs in the beginning. You are worth so much more than only having gifted collabs ever. I think at the beginning it is good, and you should just deny them all because it's a good way for you to get practice working with brands, working like creating content. And I think that once you get to a certain point though, it's like you do deserve some money now. Don't feel bad saying no to the brands. It's fine to say no once in a while. But yeah, accept them at first, get some experience, but then at a certain point you need to stop accepting them, because otherwise that's all you're only gonna ever accept and you're never gonna end up making money. 38, if a brand says no to a collab, ask to be put on their PR list. Just be like, hey, I would like to try out your products, or oh, I'd love to try out more of your products. Would you be interested, like, would you be willing to put me on your PR list? Which basically means once in a while brands will have like these PR packages they'll send to creators, sometimes bigger creators, sometimes smaller creators. And there's no requirements to post these products, but they're hoping that the creator will share about them, or even like just hoping the creator will show them in an unboxing video. So you can ask to be put on the PR list because you're not going to get paid for it, but also it's free stuff you'll get sent with no requirements to post. 39 is to keep emailing the same brands. If a brand says no to a brand deal, first of all, tell them like, hey, keep my information. If something comes up in the future, we could work together, let me know. Or if like a paid opportunity comes along, let me know. But also, if they said no to you 6 months ago, email them now and be like, hey, are you willing to do a paid collaboration now? Or like, do you have any paid opportunities at this moment? Or if you did get a brand deal and you guys worked together, you had a great time working with them, message them in a couple months and be like, hey, we worked together here. Here's how the video is doing. I really enjoyed working with you. Do you have any more opportunities at this time? A lot of times brands just work with so many creators. I'm not gonna say they're gonna forget about you, like they might, but also they just have so many people they're going through. Like, don't let them forget about you. Keep like sending them your information, being like, hey, my account's even bigger now. Like, I'd love to collaborate again. Just don't let them forget about you and keep trying to get brand deals from the ones who are willing to pay you. 40 is to use collab apps and websites. I used them at the beginning and I got a couple, and then I was like, oh, I don't really want to. I got kind of lazy, to be honest, but I've started using them again and I've already gotten more brand deals and collabs. So highly recommend. I don't really have a specific app or website that I recommend. I kind of just switch between some, and I'm still trying to figure out what I like the most, but you guys should definitely let me know if there's ones that you love more than others that I should check out. But yeah, otherwise just try it a bunch, see what works for you. I think some work better for some people than others anyway. Number 41 is to be aware of scams when you're getting brand emails, because a lot of times there are gonna be sketchy people that email you, especially when you're having your email in your bio. So here are some tips I wrote down for how to know when it's sketchy, because I feel like this is a question I get a ton, especially on TikTok. Number one, say the most you've ever gotten paid for a brand deal is $100 and a brand's offering you $1,000 for one video. It's probably fake. If it's too good to be true, it's probably fake, to be honest. Just be like honest with yourself about that. Number two with that, if the email ends in @gmail.com, it's probably fake. Some really small businesses will have that, but for example, say like Milk Makeup, they're not gonna have like milkmakeup@gmail.com. It's probably something like, I don't know, someone's name, like say Anna @milkmakeup.com. Like there's not gonna be any @gmail.com. Number three is there's no greeting, like they just start talking to you. Or if they're like, honey, comma, like if they're calling you something like that, like what are you doing? Like I feel like a professional brand would not do that. I kind of went along with that if they don't sign the email at all. Like if they just like finish their last paragraph and then they just send it and there's no like from Julie with this company. Like if there's no signature then like it's probably fake. Also if there's a lot of incorrect grammar, like there's just so many spelling mistakes, punctuation errors, like if it's a well-known popular brand, like a big company, they're not gonna have people working for them that have all these punctuation errors. Lastly, if you've never heard of the company, if it's like, obviously there's gonna be a bunch of small businesses that you've never heard of, but if it's just something that's like, what is this? Like, especially if they're offering so much money and you've never heard of them, they're probably not that big, so they probably don't have the money for that. Anyway, if you've never heard of them, definitely at least do your research before clicking anything in that email. That's all for the scam emails. And then going back to my big list, number 42 is carefully read through contracts. I feel like a lot of us are impatient and are like, oh, like let's just sign it, fill things out. I have come across contracts that I ended up not doing the brand deal because of what was in the contract. Just stuff I was like, oh, like I didn't know how to do that, or oh, like I didn't know you were going to do that with my content, whatever it is. So be sure to read every single word of these contracts, even if they're like pretty long, which I know can be annoying. Number 43 is to apply to be an ambassador and affiliate through some brands that you already use, especially if it's a brand that you were hoping to get a collab through and they like just said no, not at this time, or oh, we can't do a paid one. Like apply to be an ambassador or affiliate. A lot of times they'll still send you free products and they'll give you a discount code that like if someone uses, you'll earn money. So it's a way for you to make some more money, get more experience working with this brand. Maybe it'll open up more doors of opportunities to get paid collabs through them. And to apply for an ambassador or affiliate program, usually just on their website. Like I have a Beauty by Earth like affiliate code, and I've been using them since way before I was doing content. So when I was doing content, I was like interested in it. So I just went to beautybyearth.com, and then like on one of like the like 3-line things, clicked on it. It said apply to be a affiliate or whatever. I applied, I got accepted, they sent me a discount code, and I still earn commission pretty regularly from that. Like I share my discount code once in a while with you guys, which is at Simply Sunshine blog if you guys are wanting to use that. Love them. But just try to get that. It's another way for you to make money, get experience working with brands. 44 is make an Amazon storefront or LTK. Anything like that where you can share product links, which is another way to earn commission. Highly recommend the Amazon storefront. I know it can be hard to get in, but just keep applying, keep trying, and share those links, have it in your link tree, and just try to make money that way. 45 is to keep track of all your income and the brands that are paying you the money. My husband made me a big Excel spreadsheet where every time I have a sale from Etsy or I earn commission from Beauty by Earth or whatever, or I have a collab, I write it all in this Excel sheet, the date, who it's from, how much I earned, and then he made it so like calculates how much I made from certain brands or whatever. But just having this information, so when you do taxes at the end of the year, you have all that. And then also, so once in a while you can just go through and be like, hey, what brands have paid me this year? I want to reach back out to them. It's an easy way to do that as well. Number 46 is while you're waiting for your account to grow or you're waiting to get more money through social media, try to find other ways that you can make some money while trying to do that, if that makes sense, like the Amazon storefront, the LTK. I also wrote down like the Flip app, which is kind of like a TikTok shop type app where you make an account, you share products, you earn commission. I like that one a lot. And in like that bio, I also have my like TikTok linked, which is another way, like if someone finds me on the Flip app and they're like, they like my videos on there, they can also have my TikTok and go to there, follow me on there. You can like sell clothes on Poshmark, and I think it's fun to make TikTok videos where you're like, oh, like this is everything I'm selling on Poshmark this week. And then in my Poshmark bio, I also have a link to all my social media. So if someone finds me on Poshmark, they'd be like, oh, like I wonder who this girl is, and then they can find my TikTok. Just like literally connecting everything. So if someone finds me somewhere, they can find me on my other platforms easily. You would also sell digital products like I am, like my brand email list I sell on Etsy. You can find ways to sell like things you're already making or using. Like if you make a media kit, make a media kit template that you can sell on Etsy and earn some extra money. 47, this is a big one. Act like you're already at where you want to be. Act like you're already that big influencer. Don't like be all shy. Like I know it's hard at first. Try to do giveaways if you can. Like if people come across your page and they're like, wow, like she must have a lot of followers, like she's super confident in her videos, like she's doing giveaways, like they're more likely to follow you, even if they realize like, oh, she actually doesn't have that many, but they're like I don't know, just act like you're already there. Try user generated content, UGC, if you haven't already, especially if brand deals just aren't working out for you. Again, that brand email list that I have, you can still email all those brands and ask for UGC. You can ask for both actually. You can be like, hey, do you have any opportunities for a brand deal or a user generated like content brand deal, if that makes sense. User generated content basically just means instead of like you creating a video and posting it onto your social media, you'll create a video and the brand will post it onto their social media. Therefore, like you don't have to have a big following and the brand's willing to pay you quite a bit for not having a following. And I'm going along with that, try to get into a user generated content agency. Just Google UGC agency and there's a lot of options, and try to like apply for those, because that is a good way to get a bunch of collabs through UGC, if that makes sense. I have a UGC agency I go through and I get really good money and a lot of like UGC brand deals or whatever. 49, this is pretty basic, but take breaks. I feel like a lot of us creators get so excited and just want to like grow super fast and they're just constantly posting, constantly making content. Like take breaks, have maybe a week every once in a while where you don't do anything, or a day, however much time you want to take off. Like take your breaks. I know it can be hard, but don't stress yourself out. Don't push yourself too hard that you, I feel like some people like overdo it and then like they get bored of it or sick of it. And lastly, number 50 is do not compare yourself to others. I read this quote recently that is, don't compare yourself to others, but rather compare yourself to where you were at yesterday or where you were at a month ago. Like as long as you're over time seeing growth through yourself, that's all that matters. Everyone's gonna grow at different paces. Everyone's gonna have a different amount of followers. Everyone's gonna post different types of content. Like I know a lot of us struggle with that and comparing ourselves, and especially comparing the numbers, but like try so hard not to. As long as you're personally growing over time, that should just be enough to make you happy, and I hope a lot of us can be better at realizing that. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. I feel like that wasn't as rapid fire as I was hoping, but I feel like I got a lot of points across, and I hope you learned at least one thing new, and if not, I'm really sorry. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you watching this video all the way to the end, and don't forget to like and subscribe.